Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. This is not Mike's Garage. We're at John's place again. So I guess what I want to say first is if you've already subscribed to our channel, please, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure you tap on the notification bell so you'll be notified each time we put up a new video. Now this is my buddy John Camacho.
Hi.
And this is John's 47 Knuckle, and we were at John's house last week, and we were going to show it then, and we got so busy looking at everything else, we didn't even get around to it.
We overlooked it.
So here it is. This is John's 47, and John, would you be so kind as to tell us about it, like where'd it come from, how did it happen, ta-da.
Thanks. Well, I actually started gathering parts to put together another 47, which is the red one I think I mentioned in the other video. But then I realized I ended up gathering so many parts that I figured why not just build another one, but in blue. So I did that, and this is where it's, you know, where I'm at with it. Finally finished it. Everything's done. It's about 90% original. I wouldn't say it's a 100-point restoration, or I'd even feel comfortable getting it judged. But overall, I am happy with the end results.
I think what we call it is cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean,
it's a fun ride.
It's a grand old motorcycle.
Yeah, and I kind of look at it like this: if you're going to spend the time to build it, why not, you know, hold its value by putting all the original parts that would have been 47? Because when the time comes, unfortunately, these have to go to the new owner. It's you know, it does hold its appreciation, being that you put everything that's original to it as much as you can. But actually function, you know, for it to function properly, I do change a few things, like the coil, I modernized that, and the generator, you know, things like that are important to me. I convert it to 12 volt. That way the bike, you know, it could take a beating. But other than that, you know, it's important to kind of keep it as original as possible, since, like I said, it's the same amount of time you're putting into putting it together.
Right, but if you're going to enjoy it, if you're going to use it, you know, it's like people ask me all the time, they'll say something like, God, if I had a motorcycle like that, I'd put it in my living room. My motorcycles, I find, now maybe I'm getting old and all that, but I basically think that my motorcycles look their best at right about 80 miles an hour. Okay, right about 80 miles an hour, the bike is in its glory. It's where it should be. It's under me.
Yeah.
And that's, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, last week when we went for a ride.
Right.
You know, we rode through downtown Riverside on 3 antiques, and we drew a crowd.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody.
We had a ball.
And I don't think anybody could tell the difference from one fender to another, or a certain part from another. But you know, every person's different. I mean, there's guys that are really into these stock bikes, everything's got to be perfect, and then some of us just like, as long as it runs good, it's vintage, and they're, you know, like I said, it runs good. That's really all that matters. It's whatever you prefer or whatever you enjoy. I just think of it from different points of views. I
love them from each and every point of view.
Yeah.
I really do. I love the fully restored. I love the patina.
Yeah.
I love all of it.
They're absolutely beautiful.
But I like them best at about 80.
Yeah.
Okay, about 80 is where they just, they get that good sound going, you know.
Right.
You've got the right gearing on it to where it's happiest cruising at 80.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's the way I like them.
I like them best as long as they kickstart on 1 or 2 kicks, and they you know, they're on the road.
That's up to you.
That's right.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Let me
you
give
guys say, why doesn't this start well? It's because you haven't learned how to tune it yet.
Well, let's see if this one starts on one kick or
you
two.
know, I have faith.
Let's see.
I've seen you do it. I want to watch. Here we go.
Yep, I would say it's
Fred, you want to walk behind it maybe and get that good exhaust note? Let's get out of his way, John.
All right.
Oh, there you go. That really sounds good.
Sounds healthy.
Sounds very
I'm
good.
still breaking it in, so I'm taking it easy on it. But once you get past that, the certain amount of miles that's required, there ain't nothing stopping this machine.
I think
they're like old tractors.
I think we've got more. Oh yeah, and we've got more good weather coming. Which means we got to do some mountain running.
Yeah.
I love the mountains.
Going up to like Crestline or Big Bear.
Oh yeah,
is a great run.
Oh yeah.
And the bikes need that. You need to open them up and break them in.
Oh, we'll take you up to Idlewild.
Oh, can't wait. That would be fun.
It's a beautiful ride.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been up there.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I've been going up there all my life.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful.
So yeah, I mean, once you get, I think.
And so I assume that the motor is basically a stock FL.
It is FL. Like I said, I converted to 12 volt, and she runs great. I mean, there's no.
It's got a great sound to it. I mean, it sounds like a stock cam.
It is. I've been very lucky to have people that, with the knowledge, to help me put them, the way they are, and like my buddy Greg helped me. My friend Phil from Phil's Speed Shop has helped me. So those kind of guys have been doing it for so long.
Sure.
It just makes the whole process easier.
Sure.
Because I don't have to go through those growing pains of
It's not
things.
just easier, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They really are, all of those guys, because it's a real love for it. I mean, now I want to ask about these lights on the fender braces.
These actually are not Harley. I believe they came off, they're off a car, I think, but because they had holes on these braces, I had these lights hanging in the garage, and I said, you know what, let me see if they fit. And it turns out that they fit perfectly right there, and they almost look like backup lights.
Well, I thought they looked like maybe they belonged there because they fit so well on the braces.
Yeah, and they have this atomic look to them, which kind of went with this little theme I had going here.
Sure.
And all the other
I
little
used
extras.
to take that stuff, and I got it from the original manufacturer. I used to buy it because they made it for Harley. It was an outfit in Ohio. And I made, my shovel used to have whole trim pieces that I made for the front and the back and all. I've still got a bunch of that stuff laying around.
Really?
They've gone out of business, but they made a bunch of Harley's accessories.
It's getting harder to find the accessories.
They make this in much smaller diameter.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
and I made fender trim out of them.
Like I found this little plane here too, and it just happened to fit.
That's a beautiful little
and I think a lot of the stuff I added, I mean, like this wasn't original.
Well, now wait a minute. When did Jets happen?
Right.
When did Jets first happen? I don't know what years.
Yeah, but like trim like this, I think this was earlier.
Yeah.
But I think there's things that you can add to a bike, even if it's not correct for that year. It just looks beautiful on the bike.
Well, sure. Sure. Well, Harley made knuckles from 36 to 47.
Yeah.
And, gee, if something new came out for your Knucklehead, you could go down to the Harley dealership, buy it, and add it on.
Yeah,
I mean,
like the trim.
Just like an upgrade.
The trim. I mean, they didn't have that in the early Knuckles, but then they added that, and those are little things that they started adding to it.
Sure.
And it just makes the bike look a lot better.
Yeah.
But
well, this is a really grandiose motorcycle.
Thank you.
I mean, I just love it. And I'm telling you, I was riding behind you last time, and it zips right up there, man.
It's some power. It does. It can keep up.
But you don't take me through those closed lanes and stuff again, okay? Because I was going to get lost without you because I don't know where I am. And so there you were going there, cutting through traffic.
I was testing your riding skills.
Yeah, you were testing my skills. Have I reached your level yet, do you think? No, I don't think so.
I got to reach yours. But thank you. Yeah.
I know we did. That was a real fun day.
That was fun, but we'll do it again. And I think, like I said, once we break this thing in, we're going for a long ride.
Well, yeah. That's what we do.
That's what we do.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, I think we've looked at almost everything on the bike. Now, Fred knows all the details, so I'm sure he's getting up close and personal on all of them. But you do have the right everything.
Yeah, everything's there. Everything seems to be correct. 47.
Offset springer and the whole works.
Offset springer, correct frame. Tanks are the 1 year only tanks, which there was another version, 48 and 49, that you could pull off. but these are the 1 year where they're flat
It had
on the
to
bottom.
do with the position
Yes.
here.
Well,
Yes.
that, and they're also flat on the bottom. They don't have the
right.
indentation for the pan. So
Right.
these are the 1 year only tanks.
Cool. Very cool. Same thing with the oil filter.
Same thing. Well, the oil filter, that didn't come in 47 either.
No, but a lot of people added them. A lot of
well,
people.
yeah,
I
it's,
mean, it's,
they
you know.
added them because, like you said, later in the years they realized what's better for the bike, and that turns out that it does help the motor stay, cleaner or filter the oil. So that's something I try to add to a lot of the bikes to make sure it protects the motor.
Well, I'm in love with this thing. It's just cute as can be. And I love your spark plug.
Oh, the spark
holders
plug
down
holder
there.
underneath the
Yeah.
seat. Yeah, they're actually functional. So if I need an extra set of spark plugs, just grab them from underneath the seat, I guess.
There you go. Well, you don't change them while you're riding, but you can pull it out of there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that pretty well covers most things, unless there's anything you wanted to add.
No, that's it. Thank you. That's
Well,
it. That's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming over.
And until next time, we'll see you out on the road.
Thank you.